नमस्कार, मैं हूँ लोकमत से डॉक्टर अनुभा जैन और आज मेरे साथ हैं अक्षता, अशोक और राजेश नटराज, जिन्होंने अपने पैशन को प्रोफेशन में कन्वर्ट किया और एक सोशल कॉज के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। अक्षता और राजेश ने एनिमल 360 के नाम से बेंगलुरु में शुरू किए अपने वेंचर के थ्रू दे प्रोवाइड utmost केयर एंड हैबिटेट टू द नॉट ओनली फॉर डोमेस्टिक एनिमल्स बट फॉर वाइल्ड, endangered एंड exotic एनिमल्स एज वेल। एक ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन अपने गेस्ट के बारे में देना चाहती हूँ आप लोगों के साथ। While Rajesh Nataraj is a seasoned professional in wildlife rescue and rehabilitation, animal management, and animal training in zoos and parks across India, whereas Akshata did a specialized training and masters in applied animal behavior and animal welfare from the University of Edinburgh. सबसे पहले I want to ask both of you, they are with us, audience, so I want to ask both of you from where the idea germinated or the motivational factor behind starting a venture or a startup like Animal 360. Rajesh, can you tell us first?
नमस्ते अनुभा जी। ये जो चीज है ना, इंडिया इंडिया के लिए पेट्स पालना बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है। आजकल का जमाने में हर एक घर पे कुत्ता से लेके बिल्ली से लेके सांप से लेके सब कुछ पाला जाता है। बट उसके लिए ना जानकारी ना जो बेचने वाले हैं वो लोग देख पाते, ना डॉक्टर्स इतना है, वेटनरी डॉक्टर्स की वो गैप है ना, बढ़ते जा रहे। पीपल आई मीन उन लोग लेके आते हैं तो सही, बट दे डू नॉट हैव अ वे टू लाइक टेक केयर ऑफ देम। क्या खाना देना है, कितना देने हैं, और उन लोग को क्या लगता है ताकि लाइक एनवायरमेंटली एनरिच हो सके उन लोग का लाइफ। तो ये गैप ब्रिज करने के लिए हम लोग सोचा है कि आई हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ 12 to 14 years। 14 साल से मैं ये फील्ड पे काम कर रहा हूँ। वाइल आई हैव
Okay.
डन माई डिप्लोमा इन मैकेट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग। इट्स अ
Oh,
वास्ट फील्ड, बट देन मेरे को लगा कि पैशन फॉलो करने से कुछ अच्छा भलाई कर पाऊंगा इंडिया के लिए।
right.
दैट वाज द होल फैक्टर।
Okay. And Akshita, if you like to add anything?
Yeah, so I'm just going to take off from where Rajesh ended. So, as he said, we wanted to bridge the gap between, just being in domestic animal care to also exploring to these exotic animals. Because the thing is, there are many people in India that have all kinds of animals at home that aren't dogs or cats. And now the thing is, they've already bought the animal and the animal is already with them. We can't really do anything about taking the animal back. But what we can do is make sure that for the rest of their life in captivity, the animal will remain stress free, a proper diet is given, and the behavior of the animal will be as natural as possible, as it actually should have been if the animal were in the wild. So, I think this is the reason we started the company. And as I've told you before, in this venture, we've also got a lot of natural elements involved, such as terrarium, landscaping, aquascaping. So, we believe nature and animals go hand in hand. So it's a company that basically encompasses everything. So it's a niche thing that's going to be starting in India, and we just want to make sure that we convey our message in the best way possible.
Very nice, Akshita. And the name Animal 360, apne aap mein, it's like a very attractive name. So what it means or depicts. So Rajesh, Akshita, who wants to answer?
तो तब भी लाइक हम लोग ये नाम पढ़ते हैं एनिमल 360, विच मीन्स द कंप्लीट ओवरव्यू ऑफ द केयर। जिधर से आता है उधर का नॉलेज लेके एंड एनिमल्स को क्या चाहिए होता है। बिकॉज आजकल का भी देखेंगे, एग्जांपल लेंगे, हस्की डॉग्स, दे डू नॉट बिलोंग इन इंडिया, बट हम लोग लेके आके पाल रहे हैं। तो
True.
बट उसका जानकारी कौन देंगे? तो वी आर हियर टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट पार्ट। For example, I'm telling, but it is also like applicable to all the other animals that we call it as pets in India. हम लोग के लिए जो पेट्स होता है आज का, वो ओरिजिनली आर वाइल्ड एनिमल्स इन सम अदर कंट्री। क्योंकि ताकि क्या है, हमारा इंडियन वाइल्ड लाइफ लॉ में जो भी एनिमल्स है प्रोटेक्टेड है, दैट कैन नॉट बी केप्ट एज पेट्स। वी हैव रेगुलेशन टू मेंटेन सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ केयर एंड देयर आर रूल्स दैट हैज टू बी फॉलोड। ये सब हम लोग लागू करके वी विल मेक श्योर एज अ कंपनी we are very responsible to what service we provide to people in bridging the gap between the government agencies and the pet households as well.
Okay, right. Perfect. So, animals can't speak or express their feelings. उनको कैद करके रखना, captivate करना. So, in this regard, I want to ask what Animal 360 ensures or does, and what do you think is the disappointing scenario today? Akshata, I want to know your views.
So I think the disappointing thing is people basically buy animals or adopt animals or are even gifted animals without even knowing what kind of animal they would need. Let's just take it as something as simple as a dog, you know. There are many, many different breeds of a dog. And depending on what your lifestyle is, you are supposed to decide what kind of breed of dog you can handle. Because each breed has its different characteristics, different behavior, different fitness levels, and all of these things you've got to cater to. And if you're not able to, or if you live in a very small apartment, or you don't have space for a very uh, like something like a husky, like Rajesh said, then there's no point in keeping the animal like that in captivity, because all you are doing is making the animal suffer as well as yourself, because you're not able to give the animal enough time. So that's the sad reality I see right now, whereas most people buying pets but not knowing anything about what to do with them. So we want to basically educate these people and tell them, that we are here for you, and we want to be there for you and help you on this journey with you and your pet, to make sure your pet lives a really wonderful life, and that nothing else, no other welfare of the pet is compromised.
And I think you are also disappointed with one of the factors that in zoos, they are not, scientifically designed. So give some highlight about this as well.
So yeah, like in the zoos I've seen, at least when I was a child, I haven't seen many recently in India, so I can't comment on that. They've really been really eye-opening in the sense, whereas I've seen a lot of the animals just be super stressed and the enclosures also be really, really small. I think that now there is a lot of awareness, so people are making things better. But previously, it wasn't that way. And even now, I feel like there's a lot we can do in terms of working with zoos and sanctuaries in different parts of India, in helping them, build optimal habitats for the animal, and make sure that the animal is exhibiting natural behavior and not any sort of stereotypical behavior, which will happen if the animal is in captivity and not enriched properly.
Okay, right. So how do you approach people or organization to create awareness for animal, and also how people or organization approach you guys? I mean, through mouth publicity, or you do go door to door? I mean, how it works?
So basically होता क्या है, हमारा एक पेज है in Instagram called as Animal 360. अगर उसमें लागू करके you can always contact us. We will also be giving our email IDs and phone number through which people can contact us. And primarily it is through word of mouth, because we don't really believe in making mass marketing as such. We want like to reach organic crowd in a way where like we're able to tap the right people for the right job. That's how we will be able to make this a good way of like making education a part of their lives as well. तो पहली बात तो ये होता है, एंड देन लाइक इवेंचुअली व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज वी हम लोग है ना एनिमल्स को जो भी हमारे हाथ पे है, इनफैक्ट वी हैव लाइक सम ऑफ द एनिमल्स जो ट्रेंड हुए, तो वी विल बी टेकिंग देम टू द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर्स या स्कूल्स पे जाके वी विल एंगेज किड्स फॉर मे बी 2-3 hours of sessions where they understand the needs of animals, क्या खाते हैं, we will directly show them.
Basically, you do sessions and workshops as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So any anecdote or memorable moment while rescuing an animal or animal training you like to share, Rajesh or Akshata?
तो क्या है, लाइक इंडिया में एक मैन एनिमल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एक बड़ा चीज होता है. तो आई एम इनटू लाइक रेस्क्यूइंग स्नेक्स एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ फॉर एज मेनी एज दैट आई नो 20-30 years. हर घर पे जब भी घुसते हैं we get to see the different vibes. Some people try to like religiously turn when the snakes enter their houses, while some of them detest the presence of snakes. Even though जब भी उन लोग को डर लगता है, but वो भगवान का रूप में पाया जाता है इंडिया में. So that shows both the sides of a coin. Problem भी वही है, solution भी उधर ही है. And then other thing is, many times there are monkeys that get into fights or accidents and everything. जब भी उन लोग को हम लोग बचाने जाते हैं, हनुमान का तरह से हम लोग देखते हैं ना, so that gives the public a very good thing where अलग-अलग agencies come together to help that Hanuman ji get well, So these are something that I would share.
Okay, right. Akshata, you want to add?
For me personally, since I've been more involved in India and domestic animal rescue, I think it's been a lot of conflict with stray dogs and people. There are some people that have lovely attitudes towards them, make them a part of their community, neuter them, vaccinate them, feed them. But there are some people that just consider them a menace and pelt them with stones or go to very absurd lengths to harm them and be violent towards them. And sometimes it's even educated people that are doing these things, not even non-educated people. So I think I've had to explain to a lot of people that, you know, the rights of these animals, that they did not ask to be here, and it's our duty as a community to sort of get together and help them and make them okay, because they don't have the privileges that we have. They can't go to work every day, neither can they make money. They can't feed themselves, and if you weren't fed every day, you'd also be very angry and frustrated, and you know. So it's something as simple as that. It's about trying to see the animal as a part of yourself and helping that animal. So those are the issues that I have faced.
Very nice. So what are your future plans now? What next?
So we are consulting for a couple of people right now in terms of building a veterinary clinic and even other things. Maybe a couple years down the line, we want to open our own center where, you know, all of these animals are around and trained, and start having workshops and educating people there. I'm also a level 3 certified small animal hydrotherapist. Basically, that means I'm a veterinary physiotherapist. And we want to open our own hydrotherapy center in coordination with a vet, where, you know, we make people aware about what canine hydrotherapy is, how it can benefit your dog, why you need somebody licensed to be handling your dog in the water, all of those things. That's a plan a few years down the line.
Any closing note from your end, Rajesh?
तो एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है, people like connect हो जाए हमारा पेज से for all the more information, and if they like that the content that we like and like the services we provide, they should reach to us and we will see how to take it up from there on.
Thank you. Right. Thank you so much, Akshata, Rajesh. And
thank you so much.
Thank you, Akshata. So इनसे बात करके हमें पता चलता है कि बेहतर जीवन जीने के लिए जानवरों को एनरिचमेंट और वेजिटेशन की जरूरत होती है। प्रत्येक जानवर को ऐसे वातावरण की आवश्यकता होती है जो उसके स्वास्थ्य, आराम और विकास के लिए अनुकूल हो। Thank you, audience. Thank you so much. Thank you, Akshata.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.